Welcome back, friends. Following Keenan here. You want to see me get robbed? Well, in today's video, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see me getting robbed at my laundromat. I know this is going to be a crazy video, but you look at the time. He started out at 4:54. Thank God he put a mask on for me so he doesn't give anybody COVID. Here he is walking in, and there is our famous homeless person sleeping there. This is early in the morning, obviously. And I've had a lot of people comment. They say, man, if you let the homeless sleep in there, they will deter people from vandalizing your property. They will help you. This is a prime example of them not helping me. They just do their own thing. This is not going to help you. Here you got him checking it. Here he is. He's unplugging the machines. That way he doesn't get shocked when you start breaking into him. Oh, there we go. There's the hammer. In a minute, he'll start once he feels comfortable. He's going to start beating on these bill validators. That's what they do. If they don't have glass doors on these candy machines, they'll beat on the bill validators and get their hands in there and take the money out. That's what they're going for. And here we go. We got the homeless guy still sleeping away. There's nobody here to protect your equipment. And even if this laundromat was closed, you know, people could just break in. But this is how vulnerable some of your stuff is. Here he is just checking. Nope, still sleeping. I mean, this is just comical. This is why you get good cameras, because this is the kind of stuff you're going to want to watch later. You're going to want to know how you're vulnerable, because you are vulnerable at some point in your business, whether it's breaker box panels or taking your chairs or your laundry carts, you're vulnerable. Someone's always going to take something. I mean, this guy's just super nervous. He's just checking the whole time, looking back. I mean, he isn't even really working hard on this thing yet. I'll have a couple other camera angles in a minute. And what he's doing is he's just prying down on the thing and then he's hitting it. He'll start wailing on this thing in a minute to really bust it apart. Yep, he's just concerned that homeless guy's going to do something. He ain't doing nothing. Here he goes. He's prying on it. Now he's got he's on the pop machine. No, he's on the candy machine right now. He hasn't even moved to the pop machine yet. And like I say, he's just looking around. This is what you're going to have to expect. You have to expect the unexpected. Now I took out some time because he just messes around for about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes or so. But now he's really working on this thing. Now he's in it. He's committed. This is it. We're going at it now. Now, got to check one more time. See, there we go. There's a bravery there. Now we're just smashing it. And see, he's smashing it at the side, so he doesn't have a lot of force. Plus, a professional would have brought in a bigger hammer. I mean, this has got to be like a little 16 ounce or 12. This is an 8 ounce hammer. This hammer's small. There you go. See, he's prying down. He's actually probably in the machine now. And if he can get his hand in there, once he breaks this in, he'll get the money out of that bill stacker. See, in this little better view, you can see he's just working away at it. Just working away. Yeah, still checking the homeless guy though. Still checking. He came in 450, so he's about 450. He's about 8 minutes into it. Just beating on this thing. I mean, these poor machines take such abuse. That's why when people say, you know, one of the things in the laundromat that bugs me the most is when people come in and they tell me, they go, Keenan, your machine's just is bratty or it sure doesn't work half the time. Well, this is why. It isn't because I buy bad machines. It's because people beat on our machines. They tear up our machines. They abuse them. And then oh, here he's looking. He's looking. Look at that. Watch this. He's going to go right back to sleep. I guarantee it. Come on. Yep, I'm done. I'm going back to sleep. See? I mean, his pants aren't even up, if you notice. He didn't even care. Didn't even care. Look at that. I mean, this guy, he's just checking the whole time. There we go. There now he's on the pop machine. Just beating on it. Just, Jesus. Now, the funny thing is, he doesn't realize that he's actually on camera, or he doesn't care. There's actually a camera right above his head. And at some point here, he actually will look right at us when he actually turns the camera. Look at that. It had to be a hell of a noise. I need to install microphones. Here we go. See, watch. He'll look up at us. We'll actually see his eyes. We'll be able to read his hat and everything. Look at this. I mean, he's just working. because he's actually moved back to the candy machine now. See, because he hasn't got into either one of these yet. I mean, he's got somewhat into them, but he hasn't got the money yet. And I think when he turns, it's when he goes back to the pop machine here. He's sure nervous, and he's starting to wear out too. The other reason he's stopping is he's actually out of energy. He's actually, see, look at this. He's actually physically worn out. Oh, hey, there he is. See, he saw us. Now the cops have all this. They'll catch the guy. This won't be a problem, but you know, it's the inconvenience. You know, he took my change machine and he took it right out of service. And so then you spend, you know, your weekend trying to get everything back together. If you don't have parts, then you're out of business. This is why I tell people they got to have spare bill validators. You got to have spare wires. You think I'm nuts, but this will happen. And if you don't have the equipment on a weekend, on a Sunday night or Saturday night or a Friday night, you know, you're done for the weekend. Look at this. He's still working at it. Come on. See how he's prying up on it and everything? He's actually got the hammer in there prying up on that bill validator. Now these two machines, I don't know if he got any money out because I never saw anywhere in the footage where he's counting money. I almost think that they fell back in there so far he couldn't get them. Now I can tell you for sure the change machine, he did take some money out, but it was very minor because a couple hours prior to this I had actually changed out this laundromat, so there really isn't any cash in the bill validator. And you might be wondering, well, did he get quarters? No, because what he did on my machine, and I'll show you here in a second, you'll start to see him working on the change machine. He worked on the bill breaker because it's a bigger spot, and he beat the bill breaker in so he could get his hand in there. See, here he's getting ready to give up on these. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure he even got any money. I didn't ask the company that owns these. I just told them that the machines got broken into. Man, this is something. I know the laundromat looks like a mess. We're working on that island right now. We're actually finishing up this island because I wanted to make it nice for people so they could tear it up on me. Here we go. Now he's exhausted. He's actually looking at it, but he's actually exhausted. I mean, this guy's been working at it for a while. It's 5:15. He came in at 4:50. I mean, he's been here a while. I think by the time it's done, he's been here about an hour or so. See, here he goes. He's going to start on it. Now we got a horrible camera angle now because it's just the location of where it's at. But he ends up pushing it in. Like I said, he ends up beating that thing in, and it sucks because that was a really nice bill validator. And it was a good change machine. I mean, once they beat on these things, I swear they're never the same again. That's why I always dread seeing this. Now I'm glad it's not my washers and dryers because having the coin boxes ripped out of them, you know, those panels and everything, they do so much damage for what little money they get. It's sad. Then your machines look like junk. It's pathetic. See, he's in it. You see that there? That's a wire. He's actually ripping the wires out because he can't get his hand in there. And so he just starts ripping all the wires out he can reach. There's one laying on the floor there. I think that's a hopper mechanism chain there where the quarters are. So he'll be done here in a little bit. And he really worked his butt off. Look at this. Now normally people would be coming in about 5 o'clock, so he's pretty lucky there's no customers coming in. The first customer didn't come in until about 6 or maybe 6:30 on this particular day. See, he's ripping more wires out. I mean, this is the damage I hate because those wires are hard to they're not hard to replace, but I don't always have all those in stock. So, you know, he starts ripping certain things apart and it screws me. I can't get things back up and going. Then I am out money. Then I am getting, it gets very concerning. And you might be wondering, is it hard to watch this and be kind of helpless, like you're not able to do anything? Yes and no. I've been through this so many times that I'm kind of getting used to it, and I've kind of gotten it to the point where I've negated most of the expense and downtime from it. But this is what's going to happen. Like I said, we're lucky he didn't come in for the coin boxes. But if I hadn't had that bill breaker, he wouldn't have been able to get in the change machine because the bill breaker is about 4 inches high and about 3 wide, and the normal bill validators that I get are 1 inch high by 3 inches wider, and the slot in the housing, so he wouldn't be able to reach in there for nothing, because he didn't mess with the one side of the bill validator. He only messed with the one side he could get in. So that would have saved us. There he is. He's counting the money. Yeah, this is the damage. This is you can see that housing. There's actually a metal piece that attaches to your bill validator that slides. He tore that up. And this is earlier the next morning, around 8. There's all the wires. I mean, there's everything. You can see how much bigger that hole is. That's how he could get in. See, that one he can't get in because the hole's so much smaller. I should have left it alone, but I really wanted a bill breaker in my laundromat. Here's these machines. See, he pushed them in, and he might have got the money out of them. I don't know. But I think that one he did. There's no money in there. I wanted to make this video, and I want to thank you guys for watching it. This is what happens in laundromats, and I know it doesn't happen all the time, but you got to be prepared for it. You got to understand what's coming, because that way you're not caught off guard, you're not upset, you know what to do, knowledge is power, all that great stuff. This way you have some ammunition, so when it happens to you, you can be like, oh yeah, and this is why I put these parts on order, this is why I've got this stuff on hand, because at some point somebody's going to think, hey, they got more money than I got, and I want it, and they're going to come get it. So I appreciate all the views. I appreciate all the subscribers. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this entertaining. Can't wait to make more videos for you. Till next time, take it easy.